Welcome back. You've done the important work of uncovering your limiting beliefs. Now it's time to take action and start reprogramming those beliefs into positive ones, empowering ones. In this lesson, we'll explore techniques that will help you replace those limiting beliefs with new ones that support your growth and transformation. Reprogramming limiting beliefs requires more than just becoming aware of them and recognizing them. It's about taking consistent, intentional action to change them. In this lesson, we'll cover specific techniques like affirmations, mirror work, and daily actions that directly counter your limiting beliefs. These tools will help you shift your mindset and start embracing new beliefs that align with the life you want to create. Limiting beliefs can be deeply ingrained, but the good news is that with consistent effort, they can be reprogrammed. By practicing the techniques we cover in this lesson, you'll start replacing negative patterns with positive, empowering ones. The key is consistency. Small actions repeated over time lead to lasting change. Reprogramming your beliefs will open doors to new possibilities and a more fulfilling life. One effective way to reprogram a belief is to start questioning the validity of the belief. When you become aware and notice a limiting belief, such as, I can't do this, or I'm not capable, first acknowledge yourself for spotting one. Second, get curious about the belief. And third, ask yourself, is this belief always true? Where is the evidence to support this? And what would happen if I didn't believe this anymore? When you are curious and question a limiting belief, you are starting to get your subconscious mind to start wondering, well, what belief should I have? Which leads us to replacing the belief with an empowering belief or positive affirmations. Positive affirmations support your subconscious mind by giving it better inputs, which are the values, beliefs, memories, decisions, attitudes, and language we spoke about earlier. The better inputs you give your subconscious, the better the internal representations, state of mind, and physiology. Therefore, the better the output, which is the behavior and your actions. There are many ways to do affirmations. I recommend the combo platter, as I would like to call it. You write it out, you speak it out, you listen to it, and you feel and think it. For example, say your affirmation is, I am capable. When you write it out, use a pen and paper. Write it out about 10 to 20 times. Take your time and notice what comes up as you write it. When you speak it out, notice how you are speaking it. Are you using a low voice? How do you feel when you say those words? Can you really feel the affirmation when you say it? When you listen to it, record yourself saying it for about 1 to 2 minutes, and then listen to it once a day and see how you feel and what comes up. This last one has become one of my favorite ways to do affirmations, the feel and think it. Say I'm working on I'm capable. I start allowing my body to start sensing what it feels like to be capable. And then from there, once I am starting to notice the feeling in my body, I start to allow my mind to come up with thoughts of what it looks like to be capable. I allow the affirmation to consume me and become me. I do this for several minutes and I sometimes fall asleep doing it. A little insight on what if you don't believe the affirmations you're saying. I would find a word that you can at least acknowledge as possible or believable. Your subconscious mind is powerful and we want it to work with us. You can't bullshit the subconscious mind. If saying I love myself or I love you is nowhere near your belief system right now, start with I like or I care or I am becoming more and more lovable every day. It's better to start somewhere realistic and step into more and more empowering words. Another great method of working with affirmations is mirror work. Mirror work involves speaking affirmations while looking at yourself in the mirror. This practice helps deepen the emotional connection to the positive beliefs you're reinforcing. Here's a little insight about me and when I do this mirror work. Whenever I'm standing in front of the mirror and start speaking an affirmation, usually out loud, it takes, say, 3 to 4 times before I start to really get into it, getting animated, moving my body, and finally believing the affirmation and actually feeling it in my body. Some people get uncomfortable or emotional during mirror work. Know that this is a good thing. Whatever you're saying to yourself is working. You're starting to accept the validity of the belief and releasing it through emotions, which I will talk more about soon. Just be compassionate with yourself, take a few deep breaths, and trust that you are headed in the right direction. Remember, reprogramming beliefs takes time and it's important to be consistent. The more you practice these techniques, the more your mind will begin to accept the new beliefs as your reality. I would much rather you do something every day for 1 minute versus doing it once a week for 10 minutes. Doing something consistently grows the neural pathways of your brain much quicker than once a week. Transformation takes time. I would give yourself at least a month before asking yourself if what you're doing is making a difference. If it were me, I would get curious on how you are behaving and the actions you are taking that are different than how you used to show up. This is how you would know that things are changing in your life. Here's your homework. Write 3 affirmations that counter your limiting beliefs. Record yourself saying them and listen to the recording daily. Repeat the affirmations out loud each morning and evening. You can do it in front of the mirror or while laying in your bed before getting up and before going to sleep. To recap, in this lesson, you've learned how to take consistent action that challenges your limiting beliefs, the importance of using affirmations, and how to integrate mirror work into your daily routine. By practicing these techniques regularly, you're actively reprogramming your mind to accept new and empowering beliefs. Reflection question number 1. How do you feel when you hear and say your affirmations? Do they resonate with you or do they bring up resistance? Commit to practicing your affirmations and mirror work daily for the next week and track any shifts in your mindset or self-talk. Challenge yourself to take one action each day that directly opposes a limiting belief. That's it for this lesson. Get ready for the next lesson where we'll dive deeper into understanding and managing your emotions as part of your growth journey.